Alright, good morning everyone. Today we will be going through some chaos runs and how I try to approach them in the most fun way possible and in somehow the more effective way personally as possible. So some things to take note whenever you're doing chaos runs is that first and foremost, it has to be a character that you are trying to build for initially, and consecutively it should be something that you should enjoy playing. The most important thing with Chaos Zero Nightmare or any kind of roguelike in general is that you should enjoy the character you're trying to play for. So some initial things that I do whenever I try to prepare for it is first check if my partners are geared. The one that I'm trying to build for right now is for Kayron. So who pairs well with Kayron whenever you're going to do a chaos run? Particularly Kayron has cards that cost more to do, so Calliope is a big choice here. And because most of his cards cost a lot, you'll probably think that Mika's a great choice for the third pick. Another would be Cassius probably. Maybe Orlea. We could go Orlea, Beryl. We could also go for probably Ray +1. But for now, we'll keep it simple. Kayron, Calliope, and Mika. So let me level him up a bit. Okay, perfect. So, what are some of the things that Kayron benefits more in terms of equipment? So first and foremost, we should consider his element, Void. So we could consider running City of Mist. This particular Chaos world has equipment that benefit exhaust. Like as you can see here, whenever a card exhausts, essentially play Kayron with exhausting cards. And then one big pickup here is going to be the Foggy Crystal Ball. Maybe. Or, more importantly, Void of the Power. Alright, let's do this. So, for this, we'll pick our boy Kayron. I have him on the E1. Ideally, I want to run Eloise or Eloise, but since I don't have any units or gold, I'll opt for the level 40 character instead. I mean partner instead. Maybe we can go Veronica. That'd be interesting, but I think Calliope is. And then lastly, Mika.
勝つのもいいけど怪我しちゃダメですからね。これも入れて、あとこれも。はい。準備でき神の名にかけて。
We go straight into the deep terror one. Okay. So whenever you do any deep terror or for your chaos runs, you have to consider as well what are the detriments or what procs trauma damage for each of the okay, because we leveled our chaos, our zero system to encounter this big fella right there, the Divine Messenger, I believe his name. It gives us really cool options to change our runs. Like for example here, Wash Away Sins, which lets us select and remove cards. Selecting and removing cards is very important in this game, because not only does it thin out your decks, so you're removing the chances of pulling cards that you don't necessarily need, but it also contributes into having a more effective and efficient save data if you're trying to opt for that. So the alternative is using Iron Wall. Iron Wall isn't a bad card. It's an upgrade card that on the start of your battle, you already have it on hand because of initiation attack, and then it grants you Solid Fortitude, which I believe is a shield gain and defense reduction. Damage taken reduction. But since we're trying to build for Kayron, it's better for you to take this. Okay. So do note whenever you select and remove a card, some things that we learned from the community, and as well as props to Smilegate for providing information that removing such cards contributes to the save data cap that each tier gives. So for this one specifically, tier 6, because we're doing Deep Terra mode, it's about 170 points. And whenever we remove a card, any of these 4 cards and there are other 4 cards that you discover is I believe it's X plus 20. So there are multiple types of calculators out there that we could use, provided by the community. I myself made one, but for now we will be using this one because it's both aesthetically pleasing and it has pictures. Okay. So right here, we're currently in tier 5, 70 points right here. This is with the assumption that we're doing Deep Terra mode, and then we will select Kayron. So Kayron, some things that you have to consider with Kayron is that his main stick whenever you're playing this, you're trying to build futility. You're playing around the fact that you're exhausting all of his cards. So here, I'm primarily gonna build him for DPS mainly. I don't plan to use him as the main healing Kayron. So let's keep it clean. Okay. Thanks, Mr. Bigman. Whenever you do your chaos run, oh, this is another important thing. Be sure to always upgrade your nodes. And this is what I was talking about earlier, wherein whenever you do Deep Terra delving, you always have to take note what kind of manifestations they get, or rather what kind of mental afflictions. Since both of these two, the first two in the left and middle, Calliope and Kayron, have like the, I believe it's instinct, or rather impulse. They share the same kind of afflictions, which is -1 stress whenever it comes to non-competent areas. Laziness, because I don't think I have run this planet in a while. Unfortunate, could have had like a mythical gear. So you always have to try to scout your route over here. Personally, I find that patting through all of the question mark routes serve you a beneficial rewards compared to taking fights. Because you really want to try to balance your mental damage as well as trying to earn some credits. So this is 1, 2. Up to this point, they share pretty similar routes. This one has an extra random encounter, and then we can do Delan's shop right here on this campsite, and then we can path to 2 elites. Alright, so we go to the top, route towards the second, go straight all the way to Delan's shop, then to the elite, second elite. Alright, looks clean. This guy, actually he's plotting to do an attack. Just to fast travel.
さて、動くか。切ってやろう。
Hopefully it's
私の出番だ。耐えられるかな。さて、動くか。
慎重に。
命令しよう。
Some issues with Kayron usually is that for epiphanies, struggle through the motions of trying to knock all of this down.
準備できま。元気が出ましたか？
That's the best way to have these cards. His base 3 cards are kind of cluttery, a bit weak in that regard.
慎重に。
Okay, since we have a A6 Mika over here, let's proc.
準備できました。確認します。
the top off.
手伝います。
待っている。
Since we have
命令しよう。待っている。命令しよう。待っている。命令しよう。私の出番だな。
exhaust
待っている。
これこそ神の真なる天罰なのです。
Nothing too important here.
命令しよう。
We don't have any
さて
card, so
動く。待っている。
this
私の出番だな。
card deals what did it make it do?
命令しよう。
This one does a bit less, a bit more, so much more, like by 40.
足りない。
準備できました。
Just focus on trying to bring on the deck.
待っている。
準備できました。
Amazing card.
元気が出ましたか。確認します。
命令しよ
Since he's doing, he has 2 action points before he does the thing.
う。待っている。
I think we can just execute them. 'Add towards the bottom part. And then from here we go straight. This mob is interesting. It has a mechanic of flight. So whenever you hit it 3 times, it becomes stunned. So there are some other monsters that share with this. You'll see it later in the run. It's kind of annoying since this guy gives you a despair card to give. But for now, he just induces deafness, which gives you weaken, which is lower your nap damage, as well as vulnerable, which gives you 20%. I might be wrong, but it does reduce your defense.
命令しよう。さて
They're not planning to
動くか。
so it's
慎重に手伝います。
normal damage.
待っている。足りない。
So as you can see, Kayron's status is to the deck because we do have exhausted. So whenever you try to
あの攻撃は危険だ。戦列をしっかり整えた方がいい。
play Kayron or build him, you always have to take note how you are going to exhaust those futility cards.
準備できました。確認します。
So you could consider using. Let's just use it.
見せてやろう。我々ホワイトアルカイン真の力を。
So as you can see, originally the flight snap was 3, now it's 2. So if we hit it 2 more times, it should be stunned. But I believe we're gonna execute.
私の出番だな。はっ。お見事で始末してやろう。切ってやろう。
慎重に力になってみせます。 準備でき元気が出ましたか。
くだらん。
Alright, perfect. So Kayron really benefits from running in this certain plan, just because of his element, which is void. Okay, one shot here to combat. Okay, so whenever you do a random encounter, always be sure to know that whenever you do get the chance, be sure to read through the pros and cons of each of the selections for option. This gives you 10 random neutral cards. It doesn't say what kind of neutral cards, what kind of rarity. This weapon, I believe, grants you 40% attack boost for the first turn. So we don't have to fight him. Let's see what kind of card we can get level on the dot. So we have 2 great options here. One would be rally, one would be attack. Since we're playing for, personally I like haste more than attack, just because of how valuable haste is. which is that the does not reduce the enemy's action count. It even gives it the enemy 3 more, so it's essentially just a free card to play. This one makes you set up combos pretty well, but since we're playing Kayron, we don't really have that much setup needed other than we're trying to build up a lot of futility exhaustion. We're about to damage.
新役に立ちましたか？
From 6 it becomes 8, or rather 9.
さて
Play this.
動くか。私の出番だな。さて
Yeah.
私の出番、私が行く。
Right here.
耐えられるかな。
To reduce as much damage as possible.
さて
Since this card is
私の出番だな。
hopefully we get the 2+ card in next rotation. We did. So what I planned
準備できました。
is
元気が出ましたか？慎重に手伝います。
nice.
さて
Consider
動くか。
259.
命令しろ。
私の出番だな。
Maybe.
待っている。
さて動くか。
This one by
命令しろ。
we could play 3 cards.
始末してやろう。切ってやろう。
Morale is a very important buff to take note because it's a stacking 20%. So in the event that you get it, in the event
危険です。
you get it,
身の安全を優先してください。準備できました。
away.
確認します。
待っている。
So what we can do is
私の出番だな。さて動くか。
do upward slash to the
命令しろ。
play
気持ちいい刺激だった。
perfect. So there's some interesting equipment that you can get across each planet. Some of them are more specific to managing that planet's certain faction. Like for example, this one is Millennium. There's an equipment in the latest event for Yuki wherein it increases damage dealt to Millennium monsters. So let's see if we can get something interesting in that regard.
慎重に。
Alright. On the
待っている。
準備できました。力になってみせます。
Take care.
慎重に確認します。
命令しろ。
So first option resolve. This is alright, not my initial choice. To resolve this, so this gives you 6% shield ping. Not that good for the intention I was planning to do. Second card is really great. It makes us manage if you're building so well. And as for the third card, 61% plus 1 hit. So if you do the math, if we exhausted 5 futility cards, it's 305 hits. So if you, on paper it doesn't seem that good, but if you have like a Crimson Sword for example, which gives you 100 damage, it stacks. But I really value trying to
私の出番だな。
待っている。命令しろ。待っている。
perfect.
命令しろ。
If we play this, we get
さて
this.
ほっ
Since we're max out with EP, might as well use our partner.
保護の花よ。 Weekend, so we have reduced damage. Got weekend here. Alright. 私の出番だな。
準備できました。
待っている。くだらぬ。
さて
Activated. You always have to consider which would run. Five ego points is a lot. So let's do this instead. You see that -3? It's because whenever Mika gets hit for the first time, she heals and as well as recovers some trauma damage. Alright, since we get double epiphanies here, let's see what we can do.
慎重に
Play this way. So, things to consider. Number 3, really risky card to pick. Once you exhaust this card, you won't be able to use it again, and Source of Water is the strongest card in Mika's hand. So personally, I think number 2 is best
元気が出ましたか
because of how much weight gives to the play.
私の出番耐えられる
It gives us a 2 cost card.
さて
Still,
動くか
so we can play 1.
準備できました手伝います
See if it recovers it.
私の出番だな
慎重に
さて切ってやろう始末してやろう全員戦列を整えろ
So this Max attack, so we do the same thing.
命令しよ
準備できました元気が出ましたか
う待っている
Not
足
get
りない
healing. So here we continue our intended path of going for double random encounters to a Delang shop. So as always, you have 3 options right here. Since we don't have combat available, let's just scout what we can get. So activate a randomly card. Always be sure to check what kind of cards that you have. Since we don't have any elite card, this gives us no benefit other than the bonus HM stats. Camouflage. So I was talking about how certain cards give you values, and this dictates whether or not the cards that you use during this chaos run saves the deck that you used for the other to be used for the other one. Camouflage isn't a bad card by any means, but it's not something I look for. So I'll play this just for the sake of and having no other option. Okay, Delang shop. Let's see what we can get.
全員揃っているか
Thermal damage right here.
休憩だ
Because of the initial mental afflictions. Okay. Gastronomicon's a great card for Calipe especially. But I want to try to see if we can get a neutral card that's pretty good. This is pretty good. Damage reduction, but not for a purpose. Survival's hood. Maybe. No cards. This is pretty good. If I had the gold, I would have bought it. So far, nothing of interest. Alright, we topped off here, so we should scout training. Maneuvering fire is such a good card if you have this class. Hunter, I believe? A ranger. Alright. This certain encounter is very interesting. So let's see. This gives us 14. I always go straight to the middle. Let's see if my luck plays through. 19, not bad. Not bad at all. Okay. 3 weekends. So this is a damage reduction for the enemy. Just give it to Kayron first. I I'd like to take the risk. Show me. Last one, this is 10. Show me 19. So this is counter right here. Alright. We got overpowered with the script.
全員戦列を整えろ。私の出番だな。さて動くか。私の出番だな。さて動くか。全員蹴散らしてやる。
It also shows us the X+1 mechanic.
命令しろ。
The waves, so what we can do is
慎重に確認し
give
ま
us
す。
another bonus healing.
準備できました。元気が出ましたか？
Two actions. So
待っている。
I think I want to play this
足
first.
りない。命令しろ。待っている。
I think I want to play this first. Maybe. Or I could just
保護の花よ。
命令しろ。待っている。命令しろ。貴様の分だ。
慎重に。
お見事です。
準備できました。手伝います。
stand one.
危険です。身の安全を優先してください。
Play rally.
役に立ちましたか？
We can play
私の出番だな。ふん始末してやろう。さて動くか。
105, 117.
私の出番だな。
Since he has one stack, I'll just
ほっ
force him to stun. We should play rally.
準備できます。力になってみせます。
待っている。
We'll end it with a
慎重。役に立ちましたか？
no recovery.
命令しろ。空気の
Alright, we lost the other credit cocoon, but it should be fine. So this is a very good mechanic where you can always leave the zero run. Oh, restaurant run. Not restaurant run. Amazing. This is really good for Calibre. So we can always return it in case you want to do your dailies. But for now, we'll go into
結構緻密な戦略が必要になってき
every
そう
time we
だ
play
な
a card other than
覚悟はできてるか
an attack card, it increases its morale. So here, if you're here, it just gets stronger and stronger as you play cards
待っている。
that aren't.
空気の
さて
So this
動くか。私の出番だな。
I think I made a mistake. So what I'll do instead is I'll use one of our Proto skill right here and undo the last action. Really good mechanic to have and to take note of. You only get a limited amount. Initially it's 15. As you do the Arc Cities upgrades, you can unlock up to 20, I think. So we'll play 20 here. So
見せてやろう。我々ホワイトアルカイドの真の力を。
and then we can finally play
命令しろ。
さて動くか。
this is something
私の出番だな。
待っている。命令しろ。
we'll play this.
空気の
Activates
始末してやろう。
Let's see what it does. Increase damage by 30%. So it looks like it's 10 per stack. That's 2 stacks, but you're it's 20.
準 準備できました。慎重に。
I don't have a good hand right here. So I think I'll just skip it. Could have played this. I didn't do that.
待っている。
準備できました。
I'll just play this.
命令しろ。足り
さて始末してやろう。
So the goal here is you're trying to balance damage taken and damage dealt. So this guy really punishes you if you don't manage both your HP as well as your skill usage to maintain health as healthy as possible.
命令しろ。待っている。命令し待っている。くだらぬ。
So let's see if this card procs its passive, and it did. So we have to check it.
やや危険な荒風ですね。
慎重。引きます。
It's going to deal a hefty amount of damage. Take here. King on the head. 360 is a lot. I think we hold it for this. Nice.
待っている。
Because we held it and we have utility cards in the entire graveyard and in the deck.
命令しろ。足り
Wanted
ない。教えてあげよう。貴様にこの空虚は克服できない。
私の出番だな。ほっ
Next turn we can break through. Perfect.
待っている。命令しろ。空虚の
始末してやろう。さあ君たちに勝利を授けよう。
確認します。準備できました。手伝います。
さて動くか。
Counterattack is fine. Not too special. We'll give it to Calibe since it's a defense scaler. Hey, we got the mythical event. The treasure trove. See the first box. Gold. Pretty good. Just hand it Kayron. Lastly, maybe I should have given it to Mika since HP. Okay, I'll just give this to Mika. Quite rare to get like 3 items in a row. Oh no, sorry, 2 items.
神が共におられる限り
This big
この
guy,
苦難
let's
も
see
乗り越えられる
what
はずです
weaken her damage. Start the turn, change of for hunger. Damage increase based on hunger. The goal here is to hit him a lot.
耐えられるかな。
慎重に。準備できました。準備できました。確認します。慎重に。
So the water.
元気が出ましたか。
Over action here.
待っている。
Play this.
足りない。
Or he does weaken damage. I
私の出番だな。
wonder if I should have just played the
準備できました。手伝います。
Vulture deck first. I think I'll just retain it.
あの攻撃は危険だ。戦列をしっかり整えた方がいい。
Let's see what happens. Oh. First one's fine, it's just an increase in the damage. Second one's also fine. Retrieve 3 is such a good mechanic for this one. But Silver Veil, honestly one of the best of
切ってやろう。 始末してやろう。 私の出番だな。さて動くか。私の出番だな。
Since it's x plus 4. No, sorry, it's x. Since we have 0, 18, it gives us other than like the finale.
はっ。
慎重に力になってみせます。
命令し待っている。
さて動くか。私の出番だな。
命令しよう。待っている。命令しよう。空気の
役に立ちましたか。準備できました。力になってみせます。
待っている。くだらぬ。
さて動くか。私の出番だな。さて動くか。私の出番だな。さて動くか。
Alright, so I'll play this first. Play Kayron.
教えてあげよう。貴様にこの空虚は克服できない。
Maybe should have shielded.
私の出番だな。全員蹴散らしてやる。
What the?
命令しよう。
It's gonna do
足
battle.
り
Try to deal as much damage as possible.
さて動くか。私の出番。さてほっ。始末してやろう。さあ君たちに勝利を授けよう。
Same thing.
慎重に確認します。準備でき。元気が出ましたか。手伝います。
Brand
待っている。貴様の分。
Sneering dagger. This is alright. What are the chase equipment we're looking for? Something that increases his damage based on exhausted cards. Right, let's see. Energy barrier, not that good. So what cards are we missing? For Miko, it's Deluge, as well as the AoE skill. Kayron, missing quite a bit. I think one more. No, two more. His Oath and another card. Alright. Let's just stay there. What eye? Unfortunate Right, this is the mob I was talking about. This guy has 4 full life, as well as he populates your deck by doing status cards. So we have to deal with him eventually.
命令しよう。待っている。命令しよう。超越だ。
Upgrade card, which makes futility deal damage.
私の出番だな。切ってやろう。
So for now, we'll do this. And the turn.
やや危険な荒風ですね。
So 1088 is
新
very valid.
役に立ちました。
Double Kayron card.
準備できました。元気が出ましたか？
You're gonna get hit really
さ
hard.
て動くか。私の出番だな。
So what can we do to mitigate this?
さて動くか。
Kill this one.
倒れるな。
Player
敵
cards.
の勢いを削いでみせる。
Partners. Some people hesitate using their partners,
保護の花よ。
but with this kind of media at their discount, every Alright, because of what we did, we mitigated a bunch of the damage. You saw our health bar becoming so red. So
私の
red.
出番。ほっ始末してやろう。
Unfortunate.
慎重に。
Wait, what did they do? They put despair here. What does despair do? Alright. So
準備
just
できます。力になってみせます。
status card right there. You got a weekend. Alright. Unfortunate. Let's see.
さて動くか。
I can play
私の出
this
番だな。
right?
耐えられるかな。
Not too good.
慎重に。
I think we should undo the turn. Undo the last action.
危険です。身の安全を優先してください。
169. 127.
さて動くか。
I think I'll play this.
全員蹴散らしてやる。
準備できました。
2 waves, 1 morale, 1 resolve, or 2 wave. We go for 2.
確認します。慎重に手伝います。
私の
気持ちいい一撃だった。
Dice
さ
here.
て動くか。私の出番だな。
So I can play
準
this.
備できます。元気が出ましたか？
Top of the
さ
deck.
て動くか。私の出番だな。切ってやろう。始末してやろう。
This is what makes Killing Page such a good character to play. Alright, closing through the first exterior boss. So this guy right here, Mr. Aether Eater. Quite interesting. As much as possible, do take note of his land action. So since this just has a question mark right here, we don't know what he's planning to do. So
慎
let's
重に。
just try to deal damage to him. Your goal is to kill him as fast as possible.
元気が出ましたか？
Oops, order song. Make sure to always use last action or use your proper skill.
準備できます。確認します。元気が出ましたか？手伝います。役に立ちましたか？ここどこ？
Keep this officer.
やや危険な荒風ですね。
Fine. Play it.
逃げても何も変わりません。
Unfortunate for Kayron, he hasn't.
さて動くか。
Just played this.
私の出番だな。さて全員蹴散らしてやる。
I play Mika here.
流れる水は止められません。
The one time. Like,
だけは変わらない。
慎重。元気が出ましたか？
私の出番だな。
play this. Next we got the
してやろう。
準備できます。元気が出ましたか？
待っている。命令しよう。 教えてあげよう。貴様にこの空虚は克服できない。
I believe that it should die. Like this.
待っている。
さて動くか。
命令しよう。超この程度でいいだろう。
Play this. Cost.
待っている。命令しよう。足りない。待っている。くだらぬ。命令しよう。待っている。貴様の分。
これこそ
命
神の
令しよう。
真なる天国なのです。
待っている。くだらぬ。
Right. This is such a good equipment. I'll give it to Kayron. Alright.
全員
Since
揃
this
って
is
いる
the
か。
rest stop before the
休
battle,
憩だ。
we have no choice but to rest. And let's scout what kind of gear we can get. It's pretty good. But we don't need it right now. Let's see what we can get. Overwhelmed, considering it. Status ailment. Ooh. This is pretty good. We got this item. We got a bit lucky. Let's clean up some of the cards at hand. Water Arrow, something that I personally like to remove. So, minus 20 right there since the base card. Okay, what is this big guy do?
この戦いかなり手こずりそうだ。訓練した通りにやっていこう。
And he does something.
命令しよ
So what I can do here is that
う。待ってい
play
る。
this,
足り
this,
ない。命令しよう。
and then I play this.
教えてあげよう。貴様にこの空虚は克服できない。
Off the bat, pretty good.
慎重力になってみせます。
Okay, what does he do? He has 3 hunger and does skill parry. So we have to deal as much damage as
準備できました。確認します。
私の出番だ
like
な。
this,
ほっ
like this. Now he only has 20% bonus damage left.
待っている。
Unfortunately, we have to do this.
さて全員蹴らしてやる。
Alright.
慎重
Let's
に
see what upgrade. Morale.
役に立ちましたか？
Boost our damage.
準備できました。
Source of water.
元気が出ましたか？
8 action points for the enemies.
慎重に手
Let's
伝い
see
ま
if
す。
we can hit more.
私の出番だな。
命令しよ
さて動くか。
Played this
耐えら
right.
れる危険な雨風ですね。
We did
う。待っ
perfect.
ている。
And then we play this.
始末してやろう。
It applies for Agony because of the Divine Epiphany. It's trying to do the stacks again. But this is what? 3353 with break.
私の出番だな。さ
I think
て
I play this instead.
私
So
の
we
出
can
番だ
do
な。
2 cards.
さて
One,
動く切ってやろう。
Okay. Trying to hit us big numbers. If I play this, lower the hunger.
私の出番だな。
I really
さ
want to
て
block him.
動くか。
Rejection.
私の出番だな。全員戦列を始末してやろう。
Heals here.
準備できました。
Turn
元
the water.
気が出ましたか？
Blessing wave.
手伝います。
Let's first of all
耐えられる
rejection.
かな。
We did not.
命令しろ待っている命令しろ待っている
Okay, I can play
命
Echo
令
here.
しろ
And then I play Black Hole
待
to
っている
remove these cards again. Nice. And then I think I'll just use the partner
保
card.
護の花よ。
Nothing too
慎
interesting.
重に
Let's see if we
さ
can
ら
get
になってみ
one.
せます。
We did not.
準備できました。確認します。
命令しろ待っている
Let's do this for the
くだ
break.
らん命令しろ
さて動くか。私の出
I'll
番
do
だな。
this instead.
全員蹴散らしてやる。
Holy damage.
慎重。元気が出ましたか？手伝います。
さて耐えられるかな。
待っている
I
命
can
令
do
しろ
this. And then I can do this because
待っ
it's
ている
lower cost.
貴様の分
始末してやろう。さあ君たちに勝利を授けよう。
命令しろ
So what I
待
can
って
do
いる
here is
命令しろ
私の出番だな。
it's planned to hit me a lot. I think I'll put up a shield
敵の
instead.
勢いを削いでみせる
Okay, nice.
見
I
せて
can
や
now
ろ
play
う。
this.
我々ホワイトアルカ
I was
イ
trying to switch
真の
to
力を。
ego skill.
さて動
So
くか。
what deals the most damage?
私の出番だな。
This is
待っている
始末してやろう。
307, 952.
命令しろ
You do this
足
instead.
りない
はっ
We're managing the trauma damage quite well.
待っ
We
てい
have
る
a fertility card there, so
準
I'll
備
play
できました。
some
元気が出ましたか？
命令しろ
and
待
then
ってい
play
る
black.
くだらん
Nice. You can run.
神のご加護に感謝いたします。
Copy card. Since we're trying to build Kayron, and since this is a great card to own, we'll take this. So do take note that whenever you copy a card, especially with the Epiphanies, the initial copy cost is 0. So that's pretty good. Alright, new equipment right there. So for Kayron, on Ravage. Ravage is whenever you break through. nothing too important though. I think I'll just take this. 62 force damage. I think I'll just hand it to Mika. And let's see what gear. Alright, that's pretty going. Nice. Continue on. Now to the interior. So, interiors are pretty interesting. Personally, I find that doing the first, depending on what kind of planet you pick, sometimes interiors can be easier than the exterior maps. So for me, I think number 1 is pretty good. But basic cards are pretty good on Kayron. The basic cards are the first 2 cards. So elimination. Considering first one hit quite a lot. I think I'll take this since we generally have pretty good AP generation through Mika. Okay, every time you get to in your area, scout your route. I have 260 credits I can consider. Okay, I'll take the. I wanna encounter this one, the buffed up normal mob. This has more elites too. So we path here. I think I wanna go to the top one though. Yeah, let's go to the top one. It gives us more random encounters. So Red Thorn gives red thorns, deals 40 fixed damage, and reduces red thorns by 1. That's 3 stacks. Let's go. Right here.
役に立ちましたか？
命令
I
しろ
play Echo of
足りない待っている
and then I play
命
Black
令しろ
Thorn. Unfortunately, I get damage, but that's fine. Wait, rally. Let's see what card we
さて
get.
動くか
Silver Blade. So in my previous few videos, I talked about some cards that some epiphanies that Rally has, and I really value the one on the right. This makes us
耐えられるかな
guaranteed to get closer rejection.
私の出番だなさて動くか私の出番だなさて動くか
I guess
私の出番だな
I want to deal more damage.
さて動く私の出番だな
I don't want to shield. I'll just do this.
全員蹴散らしてやる始末してやろう
Hey. Out of vanity rather.
超越だ
Okay, this is the last epiphany.
命令しろ待っている命令しろ
Creates 5 hit.
優位な苦痛になる
This is the ultimate card I was talking about. But now, if I play through this, that's still not enough.
さて動くか私の出番だな
I think I'll do
命
this.
令しろ待っ
Hey, this is the standard combo.
準備でき
Play
まし
this
た
first.
確認します
Play this. Now we
元
have
気が出
580.
ましたか
And then we play
慎重に
this.
手伝います準備できました力になってみせます
Alright, no futility cards here. Planning to do something. It gives us bleed cards, which is status card. So we do this.
待ってい
And
る
then we play that. So you can start seeing how people generally try to build Kayron. And how I intend to build them as well.
あの攻撃は危険だ 戦列をしっかり整えた方がいい。
命令しろ。
I can do.
待っている。
Yeah, let's just.
命令しろ。
This is what
有
I
意
feel.
な苦痛になる。
Beautiful.
始末してやろう。
Right, let's see what random encounter. Residue. Don't touch my ear, it's ringing inside. Hey. Could remove another card. I'm not really that. I'm not a fan of the cards that we have right now. Or rather the gear. As for cards, I think we're generally fine. Trigger Epiphany. This isn't a Divine Epiphany, if I remember correctly. The only one missing Epiphany is for Mika. I think we'll try this. It's not that bad. I think we can definitely get better. Okay, we recover here. We took too much trauma mental damage. Hey, perfect. It's a void, bro. I play this. This lets us do some... In case you haven't done this encounter, always make sure you do the dialogue. I believe you can get some exploration. Exploration EXP from this. So this is one of the best cards you can get for... Best equipment you can get for Kayron. Or rather, this is one of the better ones you can get for Pressa, I believe. I wonder if there are... But this isn't the chase we're looking for. I'm trying to consider if I want to take it or not. It's still pretty good. Kayron does have a lot of attack cards. Maybe I should do it. No, I don't think so. I think I'll do this instead. Anything interesting? Gearbag's amazing. One of the better cards in this as a neutral card. And then as a now do I want to give this to Kayron? Wait, let me double check what he has. He has no Divine Epiphanies yet. I removed one of his cards. Maybe, I'm considering. But does it benefit him in any way? It dirties his hands though. I think I'll... No, I think I want to see if I can get a better Divine. Goodbye, Void Bro. Okay, this guy, one of the more annoying normal mobs you can fight. Every time you use an attack card, it increases the cost. That's a bit annoying. So we have to hit him every time.
慎重に元気が出ましたか？
It increases the cost. I have to
さ
slap
て
him.
動くか。
待っている。
私の出番だな。
命令
I
しろ。
wanna play this though.
準備できました。
Play this. Divine Epiphany right here. Unfortunate you can go on the
手伝
I'll
いま
take
す。
the one way. Uh,
敵の勢いを削いでみせる。
unfortunate. Mika, no, this is her second time.
こう
やや危険な荒風ですね。
待っている。
Hit this.
命
I
令
just
し
hit
ろ。
it.
さて私が行く。
Can I do anything else? No. I play this. Unfortunate.
待っている。命令しろ。
This breaks.
有意味な苦痛に
Beautiful.
これこ
始末
そ
してやろう。
真なる天罰なのです。
I play
待ってい
this.
る。空気をくだらん。
Nice break.
私の出番だな。
No, I cannot.
命令しろ。
Escape. Unfortunate. Can I do anything here?
さて
No, I cannot. So
Mati.
this. Okay. This is one of the more unique things you can have in this planet. You encounter this Cthulhu-looking character right here, but his name is actually Senectus. So whenever you fight him, you always have to alternate your characters because he always deals an extra attack mental damage whenever you play consecutive cards from one character. So ideally you want to play this first,
命
and then
令しろ。
I want to play Kayron's cards so I can proc Vulture Ejection.
待っている。有意味な苦痛に
始末してやろう。
Let's see. If I play this,
保護の花よ。
let's see if we can get Kayron. We did not, unfortunate. But this
見せてやろう。我々ホワイトアルカイドの真の力を。
always scout. One important thing I forgot to mention is that always you check your history. Sometimes it gets bugged. That's unfortunate. This would have been really helpful for the run. So since I'm not sure, I think I want to risk it though.
足りない。
So that was a consecutive card use. You saw what they did. So my last card was Kayron, so I'll just play
倒れるな。
Felipe. Alright. Anything interesting I can do? Maybe.
待ってい
I
る。
can play this.
超
And then I can
私の
play
出番だ
this.
な。
Good.
全員戦列を始末してやろう。
So I forgot to mention, this specific elite has this mechanic right here.
尽くせ。
So you have the option to run away if you want to.
あの攻撃は
But
危険
since
だ
I'm confident I
戦
can
列を
win,
しっかり
I
整
might
えた
get
方がい
one.
い
So
命
you
令
can
し
see
ろ
I'm。playing in the pattern
逃げても
wherein
何も変わりま
I'm
せん。
able to
待っている。
mitigate myself from getting extra attacked. So combat lock's working as intended. Last one was Mika. So we can play Kayron.
命令しろ。
So right. So I play this one.
戦かないための
We recovered.
死あるのみ。
So for this specific recovery, usually whenever you recover, gonna waste your eco skill. But since this is an overlapping eco skill, be sure that you use it because in the next action you do, this will disappear.
見せてやろう。我々ホワイトアルカイド真の力を。
Now we play
慎重に手伝います
待っている。
Proc the gear back.
役に立ちましたか
命令しろ。
I also want
待っている。
this.
貴様の分。
始末してやろう。さあ君たちに勝利を授けよう。
Last card was Kayron.
準備できます力になってみせます慎重に確認します
さて動くか。私の出番だな。
No other choice.
さて私の出番だな。全員蹴散らしてやる。
準備できました元気が出ましたか
I play this. I then
さ
play
て
this.
動くか。私の出番だな。
And I
命令しろ。貴様の分。
Finally got the last card. Alright, for now I'll put this on Kayron. Since my intention is to always get the mythical weapon for him. Okay, rest up right there. Rest here. We're not looking too fancy. Our route's almost there. Do I want to fight another lead? Of course. Sometimes it's not good to fight multiple leads in a row.
人
I
は
just
強
like
くな
fighting
れる
him. So this
気を
kills
つ
some
け
of
て
the
いきま
hound
しょう。
and grants it 4 hunger. So for now, I'll play this.
慎重に確認します手伝います
I'll
待
play
っている。
black hole. So I can block that
始末してやろう。
Maybe not. So instead of that, since I have enough, I'll just play Calibre here.
見せてやろう。我々ホワイトアルカイド真の力を。
命令しろ。
Yeah, double vulture ejection.
始末してやろう。始末してやろう。
One more silver veil. Alright,
待っている。
what can we do? We're not planning to do much.
命令し
So
ろ。
we can do this.
足りない。
役に立ちましたか
Nice proc gear back.
準備できました力になってみせます
Nothing to do.
命令しろ。待っている。命令しろ。待っている。有意義な苦痛になる。
We did not crit.
命令しろ。くだらぬ。
123.
危険です身の安全を優先してくださいましたか
Let's get
耐えられるかな。
vulture ejection.
さあ君たちに勝利を授けよ
待っている。
This.
命令しろ。
This. I'll do this.
う。全員蹴散らしてやる。始末してやろう。
Break. Holy.
待っている。命令
I
し
wanna
ろ。
play this. I did not get Divine Epiphany. By Agony. This makes it so reliant. This is interesting. We play around the number of exhausted cards. And I think it's pretty good for the adventure that we're doing.
さて私の出番だな
Plus AP.
全員
Always.
戦列さてはっ
気持ちいい一撃だった。
Bro, is there anything we need? Deluge, finally. A shop here? Pulverize. Nothing too good. Nothing too good. Actually, maybe not. Crimson Sword, this is pretty good. But not for my purposes. Unfortunate, nothing to
頼ってくれてもいいですよ
yeah. Pretty much a dud shop. It's unfortunate, but it does happen time to time. Sneering Dagger, we got the item we sold. Okay, just get the bonus code. Arcane, interesting. It grants immunity, so we don't get debuffed. This is very good. I'm trying to look for a gear bag or another rally. Nice. Let's leave and then training here. See if we can get another card.
頼ってくれてもいいですよ
This guy. No.
準備できま役に立ちましたか慎重溢れ出せ
私の出番だな始末してやろう
力になってみせます
待っている
やや危険な荒風ですねさ
I
て
have no choice but to
動
do
く
this.
全員切ってやろう
Other play with it. We can't proc any utility cards with the black hole. I mean, the tuning of the card draws is kind of awkward.
準備できました
So yeah, just
慎
keep on
重
writing.
確認します
So far,
役に立ちましたか
not too good.
準備できま手伝います
私なら得られるかな
待っている命令し有意義な苦痛に
始末してやろうさあ君たちに勝利を授けよ
So many stacks.
うさて全員蹴散らしてやる
Could use Kayron out there. Our ego skill.
待っている命令しろ
What we could do
待
is
っている
do this.
超越
Make this unfortunate. It has to be created after the upgrade.
命令しろ
Maybe we should just do this.
教えてあげよう貴様にこの空虚は克服できない
慎重
The
に
new card for
広がれ準備できます力になってみせます
待っている
新元気が出ましたか
くだらん
私の出番だ
くだらん
私が行く
準
Rally
備できます役に立ちましたか
命令しろ
Play this.
足りない 待っている命令しろ
Two. What do we get?
待っている
440.
貴様の
Not bad. Could've been better. Okay, so what we can do here is play
さ
rally.
て耐えられるか
Vultures, so we get vulture decks and
始末してや
then
ろう
flashing. Since it has agony damage, it should be really close to dying.
命令しろ待っている
So this-
力になってみせます。準備できました。役に
so
立
we
ち
can
ました
top off
か。
our HP.
広がれ。
We're getting really pretty close to the interior boss, so let's just try to heal. Where do we get the Nihilium? I don't recall if this gives you... Let's just do this. I'm curious what would happen. Huh. This is so good, no? One fortitude. Huh. Interesting. It could have given me 1 AP, but I believe this is a permanent buff. Let's see. Did you choose?
耐えられるかな
Just use this for later. Then play the combo. This,
確認します。元気が出ましたか。
私の出番だなさ
I'll
て
play this.
全員戦列を始末してやろう
See what else
力
we
になってみせます。
命令しろ
get. Okay, we can test this. Okay, this is 1-in-1.
待っている命令しろ有意な苦痛に待っている
If it retains in the next turn, it's permanent. Yeah, it does. Pretty good.
命令しろ待っている
慎重に。
私の出番だな
2-1-1.
命令し
Just
ろ
more damage.
準備できま役に立ちましたか。身の安全を優先してください。
Exam trigger.
こう
Mika, this is your third
Cool.
time. Holy. Better now than later,
待
though.
っている命令しろ待っている足りない命令しくだらぬ待って貴様の分
We need a bit more card draw. Morale here. This is the second rally card we have with Morale. We go inside. Oh, it's Virgil. Fruit of the Void. Last one here. An ephemeral. This gives us scaling. Okay, I'll take this. Alright. Spooky little things. Swim. What does swim do? Morale. Alright. So I'll just play this.
さて
Rally
動
here.
くか耐えられるかな。
命令し空気の中待っている
始末してやろう。
See? It's gonna do big damage here.
命令しろ
私ので全員蹴散らしてやる。
あの攻撃は危険だ。戦列をしっかり整えた方がいい。
Big damage from their end.
待っている有意義な苦痛に教えてあげよう貴様にこの空虚は克服できない命令しろ待っている
I think I have to
午
do
後の
this.
花よ。
One, two, and three.
逃げても
We're in the red
何
so
も
much.
変わりません。
Quite close, really,
つな
really
兆
close.
しです。
命令しろ
身長元気が出ましたか？
待っている足り
I don't know,
さて
I'm trying to focus on
動
what
くか
we can do.
私の出番だな。切ってやろう。
ない命令しくだらん待っている
I have to play this.
流れる水は止められません。
Try to see if we
準
can
備でき元気が出ましたか？
命令し
survive.
元気が出ましたか？
くだらん
Nice. We managed to survive. Quite a hard mob. Really hard encounter right there.
さて
Flashing here.
これこ
Really hard mob.
そ神の真なる天罰なのです。
If we didn't get enough ego points there earlier, could have been really bad. Rest here. 260 gold. Let's see what we can get. Rage. Gear back here. Give this to Mika. Wait, let's see. I want to calculate how much. So once again, we can always use the references and see what Kayron has. So we have a copied card, a divine epiphany right here. We have 30 remaining. Maybe. I'm considering. If we add the gear bag here. Do I need to though? Maybe. Doesn't hurt. Alright,
頼ってくれても
here we go. Interior boss. We're going to fight this thing. It's pretty quickly, you know?
戦いかなり手こずりそうだ
So it kidnaps some
訓
of the
練
parts
した
that
通
you
り
have
に
in
や
your
ってい
hand.
こう
And then let's review what it can do. Mr. Sweet Rain. So every time we hit it 7 times, I believe. Okay, 8, 5, 6.
命令しろ
Should be able to play
準備
Kayron
できま
first.
す。触れ出せ。
私の出番だな。
I think I still
さ
play
て
this.
動くか。
待っている足り
No.
私の出番だな。
I think I revert.
全員蹴散らしてやる。
Let's see what we can do. What card did it get?
重に
命令しろ。
準備できました。元気が出ましたか？
これ以上必要か。
Let's get more weight.
広がれ。力になってみせます。
さて耐えられるかな。
With rejection.
私の出番だな。
Okay, this.
始末してやろう。
Let's see what happens here. It's about to do a big jump. Not bad.
待っている。
役に立ちましたか？
待っている。命令しろ。
Let's
待
go
って
play
いる。
this. We
貴
don't
様の
believe
分だ。
力になってみせます。
命令しろ。
So what we should do is play this.
見せてやろう。
So we get
我
a
々
water
ホ
jet.
ワイトアルカイル真の力を。
And then we played tactical analysis to get one more weight. We got all the cards back because we hit it 7 times.
準備でき役に立ちましたか？
待っている。
So what we could do here is
慎重に
I wanted the mats correct.
命令しろ。
準備できま
I
し
think
た。
we have to heal a bit.
手伝います。
I play this in
Ma-
black gold. What's your rejection?
始末してやろう。さあ君たちに勝利を授けよう。
Or the right sequence of events. Okay. Felipe is about to go a bit mental.
元気が出ましたか？手伝います。
Okay, it's not doing.
Mere
It's
show.
going to kidnap some of the
Mate.
parts. Rock the
命
void.
令しろ。空気を飲
準備できます。力になってみせます。
Let's keep hitting it. Pull that card again.
確認します。
む。待っている。
Rock this.
命令しろ。貴様の分だ。
全員蹴散らしてやる。
Stall rally.
待っている。命令しろ。くだらん。
Rock
待っている。
this.
空気を飲む。
Cards.
準備できます。役に立ちましたか？
No other cards to play. Get
かわしくせ。
okay. Not too much we can do here. It's a
命令しろ。
や危険な荒風
命
ですね。
令しろ。くだらぬ。
So this is our first one, so let's go with the rally
待って
card.
いる。
Unfortunate it hit us.
足りない。待っている。
One more wave.
準備できました。元気が出ましたか？
戦かない
She
人
recovered.
には死あるのみ。
I play
見
this.
せてやろう。
Get one more
我々
butcher.
ホワイトアルカイル真の
That is
力を。
correct.
待っている。貴様の分だ。
始末してやろう。
One more void. What can we do? We're very close to finishing him off. Pull one of the cards, unfortunately.
さて私の出番だな。
We can't do much of a
さ
combo
て
here.
動くか。私の出番だ。始末してやろう。
Oh, we returned the cards.
始末してやろう。さあ君たちに勝利を授けよう。
Yeah. Not too much we can do, unfortunate. 100 plus damage right there from agony.
命令し。
確認します。
The black
手伝い
hole.
ます。
heal here.
力になってみせます。
倒れるな。
待っている。
Beautiful. So that's how I generally approach playing Chaos runs.
神の覚悟に感謝いたしま
Pretty
す。
good planning right here. Some changes that I could have considered. So what would happen if I duplicated this? So this is a normal epiphany. So if I copy it, I think I want to copy this. Sure, cost. Does Kayron benefit Foggy Crystal Ball? He doesn't have any cards that cost 0 though. That's an issue. So right now, I think the one I have is pretty okay. The weapon's unfortunate. I'll take this instead. Unfortunate. Okay, so great runs. Some key takeaways over here is that I always try to consider my routes. Always try to see what the enemy plans to do, what the unique abilities it does, and as well as plan accordingly to what I intended to do in the first place. So a lot of not quite severe preparations or like very detailed preparations. It's just having a key understanding that I enjoyed playing Kayron. I know what I wanted him to be built as for this specific run, and that's pretty much it. So thank you for watching this entire, I guess, 1.5 hour run.
やれるからやったまでだ。
And I'd like to see you guys later. Bye. Thank you. Have a nice day.